In today's video, I'll be showing you what the top 6 best heal and hybrid units in this update 15.5. I've only selected units that starts as a heal or hybrid unit. If you do not know what heal or hybrid unit you're going for, then this video will help you choose the best and insanely strong one. Let's get it! Every units in this video are all obtainable and not from trading. Remember to subscribe and like, and with that being said, in no particular order, the first unit is King Sloth. King Sloth still have the highest range for heal units in this update 15.5, with him being a multi-hit which makes him great against shield enemies. King Sloth's stats are max upgrade and max level are 58,399.79 damage with his SPA at 7 seconds, making his damage per second at 8,342.83. King Sloth's placement is 5, which makes his group damage per second insanely strong. Yippee! When all 5 are placed, and the best trait you can have on him is Divine. King Sloth is a multi-hit at later upgrades which will do well against shield enemies. He is quite useful at certain maps as he has 2 damage types, magic and light. So you could possibly bring him for maps that buff light units, and he does have an insane range, so I recommend placing him further back. King Sloth costs 53,350 yen to fully upgrade one King Sloth. Hog. Alright, next unit is Hawk's Fierce Wings. Hawks is one of the best physical heal unit, especially with how good his group damage is in this update 15.5. Hawk's Fierce Wing stats are max upgrade and max level are 47,382.54 damage with his SPA at 4.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 10,529.45, which makes Hawk's Fierce Wings one of the best physical heal unit in this update 15.5. Hawk's Fierce Wings is difficult to evolve as you will have to continuously defeat the My Hero Academia Legend stages, and you can make the grind easier by talking to Nami at spawn, which will give you rewards for you to evolve your My Hero Academia units. Yeah! Okay, next unit is Fuji Admiral. Fuji is the best physical heal unit and overall the best heal unit to have in this update 15.5, as he is extremely cheap to max upgrade, with Fuji being a 2-hit at placement, making him extremely good against shield enemies. Fuji Admiral stats are max upgrade and max level are 157,205.43 damage with his SPA at 11 seconds, making his damage per second at 14,291.4, which makes Fuji Admiral the best physical heal unit, especially you can place 4 of Fuji Admiral, which is Insanely Overpower. Fuji Admiral at Unevo is still insanely strong, and he is incredibly easy to evolve as you just have to continuously defeat the puppet portal, which are easy to defeat even if you are soloing the portal. The best trait you can have on Fuji Admiral is Divine, as he is at 4 placement. Although, if you are going to be using him for Infinity Castle, then having Unique on Fuji Admiral will be the best trait you can have on him. Yeah, let's go! Alright, next unit is Leafy Sylph. Leafa is one of the best support to have in your team, especially Leafy Sylph is going to be a useful for tournament, leaderboard runs, story modes, acts, raids, and Infinity Castle, especially with her strong buff. Leafy Sylph's stats are max upgrade and max level are 48,608 damage with her SPA at 7.5 seconds, making her damage per second at 6,481.06, which you don't mainly use her for DPS, since you use her mainly for her buff. Leafy Sylph's placement is 6, which you can double buff with Leafy Sylph, making your units, magic units, have 100% more magic damage. If it is done correctly, Leafa will only be able to buff units that are magic. Leafa may be replacing Wenda in some situation, as she is insanely strong since she has an ability at a placement, cheap to place, decent DPS, and can hit both air and ground enemies to protect you for early games. Leafy Sylph's damage types are magic and air. Okay, next unit is Haru Shark Impress, which is one of the newest units added in this update 15.5, and she is one of the most strongest heal units in this update 15.5, with her insane multi-hit at later upgrades. Haru Shark Impress stats on max level and max upgrade are 119,652.85 damage with her SPA at 7 seconds, making her damage per second at 17,093.26, which is insanely strong, especially on how cheap she is to max upgrade, and she becomes a multi-hit at later upgrades, making her great against shield enemies. Pog! How to get Haru is through opening the brand new Summer 2023 capsules, where there is a chance for the capsule to drop Haru along with 2 other new units. Getting Haru is also amazing, especially if you are a beginner, since she will be able to carry you through your games. Haru's Shark Impress damage types are Magic and Aqua. Aqua. Alright, next unit is Metal Knight Arsenal. Metal Knight is still one of the best heal units, especially he has an insane multi-hit and summons drones in this update 15.5. Metal Knight Arsenal stats are max upgrade and max level are 129,881 damage with his SPA at 6.1 seconds, making his damage per second at 21,291.96. Metal Knight Arsenal can only be placed down twice, making unique trait on Metal Knight the best trait. Yeah. The drones will deal half of Metal Knight's damage, and at later upgrades, Metal Knight will become a multi-hit which will do well against shield enemies. You will be needing takedowns for Metal Knight to spawn his drones, and there is a tracker at the back on how many takedowns he got. To fully max upgrade one Metal Knight Arsenal will cost you 118,250 yen, and his damage types are Magic and Storm, which makes Metal Knight a must-have for Magic Infinity Castle. Yeah! Okay, next unit is Golden Frieza Emperor. Frieza is one of the best heal unit, especially he has one of the most strongest and one of the best damage per second in this update 15.5. Golden Frieza Emperor stats at max level and max upgrade are 357,229 damage with his SPA at 13 seconds, making his damage per second at 27,479.15. Golden Frieza is insanely good because Golden Frieza is a 3 placement, although he is very expensive to max upgrade. Golden Frieza Emperor is not too difficult to evolve, since you just have to continuously defeat the West City Frieza invasion raid, and having the raid relics will make it easier for you to defeat. If you are in no rush evolving Frieza, I recommend buying the relics on the shop, as the relics will help you a ton, especially if you have all 10. Each bean will make your units deal 25% more damage in that raid. Golden Frieza Emperor damage types are Magic and Light. The best trait you can equip on him is Miracle Timepiece, Mermaid Crown, or Clover of the Wind. Golden Frieza Emperor costs 119,750 yen to max upgrade one Frieza. Dang, he's so expensive. Alright, next unit is Usopp God. Usopp is still the best boss killer compared to the other heal and hybrid units in this update 15.5. Especially, he is a hybrid unit at placement, which means he will be able to attack both air and ground enemies at placement. Usopp God stats at max upgrade and max level are 414,182.93 damage with his SPA at 5 seconds, making his damage per second at 82,836.59, which is the highest damage and damage per second unit in this game currently. Usopp God is still the best unit to bring anywhere, especially with his plants doing an insane amount of damage, so I recommend getting this unit, and if you ever have leaks, Usopp will be able to take care of them. Usopp God's attack type are true damage and air, which he will ignore yellow shield, and that is why Usopp God is insanely strong for Infinity Castle, as it will ignore resistance. Let's go. That was everything for today's video on the top 6 best heal and hybrid units in this update 15.5. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.